If you are considering starting a membership model or business offer, you are in the right place because I'm going to unpack why and how I started a membership in the Free Mama community. The first thing to consider is why a membership. There's so many different offer types out there that you want to make sure that you are choosing the one that is going to work best for you. For me, it came down to three simple things. And this is after 6 years in business and trying a lot of different offer structures. My membership is not the only offer that I have, but it is my primary focus by a lot. And we actually killed off a lot of different things, programs, courses inside of my business to really focus on this because I believe in these three things. The first is community. Community has been at the heart of what I do at the Free Mama since the very beginning. So if you're someone who loves to serve people and loves to bring them together and get that group think and make people feel important and a part of something and special and seen and heard, then a membership model might be great for you because a membership leads itself to creating community really naturally. The second reason that I went with a membership model is because of recurring revenue. Now, what that means is that people in a membership are paying you over and over and over to be a part of something. Now, we're going to talk about attrition and how to keep members involved here in a little bit. But recurring revenue is really nice because rather than just getting paid up front and then having to make new sales, it's easier to sell something to someone who's already bought from you before. So keeping people in the membership is a totally different business strategy than constantly making new sales. Now, of course, we want to grow your membership, but it's nice to know that you're going to have a certain percentage of that revenue coming in month after month. So that's what we mean by recurring revenue. And it's pretty nice. And the third reason we switched to a membership model and why I think you should consider it as well is because of ongoing support. Now, again, the Free Mama has been around for years, and I used to really focus on courses and programs. The frameworks that I teach my students, the content that I have, these proven pathways to start, grow, and scale a business, we know that they work. The challenge is when someone's buying something that is a do-it-yourself thing, they're less likely to have the accountability support that they need to actually finish it. Now, the online course completion rate in general is horrible. It's something like only 10 to 20% of people will finish a course that they started. Our numbers in the Free Mama were slightly higher because we had really cool incentive points throughout, like earning the Free Mama t-shirt at the end, getting a one-on-one coaching call with me. But even with that, we know that the people who enrolled in my group coaching program were more successful. So having this done with you approach inside of a membership where all of my content already lives inside of the membership site platform that I'll show you here in a second, but that the support that they get from me is what keeps them coming month after month is the best way, not only for me as a business model to be successful as an entrepreneur, but it is the best way for my students to find success month after month as well. Now, before we dive into how to actually start your membership site, we have three decisions that we have to make. The first is pick your people. Who's your audience? Who is this membership site for? Be really specific. I'm not going to dive into figuring out your avatar and all of that in today's video, but pick your people. Have a really defined audience. Your offer should not be for anybody with a pulse and a credit card. That is not a great marketing strategy. So specifically, who is going to need to be a part of this membership? Who are you designing it for? And what are they going to gain from being a part of it? The second thing is to pick your pricing. With recurring revenue month after month, most memberships are set up with a monthly fee. Now, you can do a discount if they join for a whole year, for example, or 6 months and giving them that break. We decided that for my audience, what actually works really well is not having that long-term commitment and knowing that they can join and stay for a month or stay for forever, but it's that monthly thing. And so for me, again, my audience, it works really well to be able to say no long-term commitments, no contracts. It also works for me as an entrepreneur to know that, with 8 years of self-employment experience, things change. And so I don't want to be locked into something for a year that maybe won't reflect where my business, the market, or the industry is actually going to be a year from now. As far as pricing, pricing, I've seen things all the way down from, a $7 a month monthly subscription for, a private podcast access, all the way up to something that's hundreds or even thousands of dollars a month. That's going to be a really, really high touch, intensive entrepreneurship program. The nice thing about memberships versus courses that I've noticed is you avoid the payment plans. There's no payment plans typically in a monthly membership because they're paying that monthly fee to have access to the membership. When I did courses, you will absolutely make more sales. The problem is you're delivering the assets up front. And so there's lots of collections and having to go back or removing access when payment plans don't actually go through. When they're in a membership, they're paying to be there. And when they don't pay, they're not there. And it's a little bit more black and white in that area. And I know for me and my team, that's actually caused a whole lot less stress than it did when we had courses and payment plans. Now, the third thing you have to pick is your platform. And we did a lot of research. And so I am hoping that this video will save you some time and energy, because I've been blown away by the one that we landed on, which is Skool. Now, there's some other ones you've probably heard of out there. Circle is a really popular one. And even our previous continuity program was run just on Facebook and through our email marketing. And we even had a Google Calendar. But the reason that I love Skool is because it is super user-friendly, both to set up for you or your internal team to manage, but also for your clients to use and operate. It blends all of the best things of having that dialogue from a social media platform, a group like Facebook groups, Google Calendar, which is really easy to use and have people add their appointments. But in this way, they actually get to customize what they do and don't want to have shown on their calendar, as well as email. I don't have to have a separate list if I don't want to on my email marketing platform, or you could even avoid an email marketing platform for your members if that's the only way that you are emailing people, because everything can be done right through Skool. Now, I did a really quick comparison between Skool and Circle. And while Circle has a lot more things that you can customize, I actually found this incredibly overwhelming. I love simplicity, and my ideal clients do too. At the end of the day, people are paying for access and results. They do not actually care about what your logo's on or what color certain things are. They want functionality. And I think that Skool has done a really amazing job of listening to its active users about the different things that they want. The app is incredibly user-friendly, and everybody in my community has been living that as well. So take a look, shop around if you want, but I highly recommend Skool, and that's what we went with. So that's what I'm going to focus on for the rest of this video. So now that you've got your people, your pricing, and your platform all picked out, there are actually 3 things that you need to do to get started with actually building out your membership site to make it profitable for you as a business owner. The first thing you really, really need to get solid on is, what is the main focus of your membership? What are you going to teach them? What are you offering them? What's the transition that they're making? I've seen memberships done from everything to learning how to build floral arrangements to cookie decorating. Mine is obviously more on the business side of things, teaching people, specifically moms, how to start, grow, and scale a virtual business, going from service-based to scaling to digital products. There's a million ideas in between. You can do pet care, you can do, there's so many different ideas, but what is the main focus? And be really clear on that, because even through memberships, the deliverables, there's a lot of different things that you can do. And some of the most successful memberships are actually the most simple. And so that's why I want you to pick the main focus. For us, it's definitely the community. The content is there. The frameworks and curriculum are there, but information's everywhere, as I like to tell my students. You can go Google it. You can go to this channel on Free Mama TV and watch over 200 videos about how to start and grow and scale a business. But the truth is, we know statistically that the people who are the most successful are the ones who have a guide, a mentor, a coach, holding them accountable, answering questions, and supporting them from a confidence level when they're getting started or making really hard decisions as they grow. Having that community of mentors, of peers who are going through exactly what they're going through is the main part of the Free Mama membership and the main focus of how we deliver value to our students. So it's really important that you have this nailed down. Are you content-based? Are you support-based? Or even product-based? There are a lot of product-based memberships out there as well. So pick your main focus so that you really know how to hone in your marketing message, which will be really essential for selling people into your membership. What I love about Skool the most is that it makes your main focus really easy to bring about. For us, with it being community, that's literally the first tab inside of the platform. It's easy for people to connect with each other like maybe they used to do in Facebook groups and even in my past offers in Facebook groups. But what's really nice is the focus of being here on school and being engaged. You're not being distracted by other people's content or comments or memes. You're able to really double down on what you're there to do. And the feedback that we've gotten from our clients from being off of social media for this business focus has been really, really positive. Now, again, I told you that everything that I do is backed by our content, which there's a classroom tab for that as well, which is really, really nice. Again, everything is super user friendly. It's really obvious how to go in and build everything out and add new content. And you can even create all of these different layers where when people access certain things or have completed certain content, they can unlock new levels inside of school to progress, which again is really important. So that brings me to number 2. Why will members stay? This is called retention. The rate at which people leave is called attrition. You want people in a membership model to stay because, like we already talked about in this video, it is so much easier to get people to buy from you again than it is to make that initial sale. A couple of ways that school has made this so easy for us is by showing their progress. You can see progress both within the classroom, so the content that you're consuming, but also school has gamified engagement. They do this over on the leadership board. You can actually earn posts for asking questions, answering questions, bringing valuable discussion points to the community at large on whatever topic your membership is. This is all done in the background of school. We don't have to worry about it. My team doesn't have to worry about it. And the way that we've leveraged school is we actually go in once a month, pull the results at where the points are, and we've added really cool incentives, prizes, bonuses, things that we know my audience actually wants. Access to coaching calls with me. Swag is huge in the Free Mama community. And we're able to then take the data from the leadership board, the gamification right inside of school, and then we're able to incentivize people to stay engaged, stay a part of our world based on things that they want and they're asking for. If we take a look back over in the classroom tab inside of the Free Mama membership, you'll see that we can actually build out our bonuses and our incentives right there in the classroom, whether they're tangible objects, events, coaching calls, or actual courses that they can unlock through their engagement. It goes without saying that the longer someone's in the membership, the more points they can accumulate. If they leave, they're going to lose all of those points. So you can use this gamification to both show their progress, show their engagement, and offer them really yummy things that they're going to want based on whatever your membership's about and whoever your people are to keep them wanting to come back month after month. This is going to help with your retention. It's also going to increase your income as a business owner, but it's also going to help the customer know that they're actually growing inside of this membership because our self-reflection about our progress is usually not so great. But to have a platform like school that's able to point this out to them where they can actually see it, and then we actually couple that with a weekly newsletter that shows them the leadership board and the wins and the things that people are sharing, it feels like your clients are being celebrated. And again, this is going to motivate them to both stay involved, keep moving forward, but also stay inside of your membership. Okay, you're going to see that my site is pretty built out at this point, but once you go to the classroom, this is where a lot of the work is going to end up being. Assuming that you're going to have a lot of content in your site. Now, you don't need to have all of this right away. Again, we took some of our best-selling courses and turned them into curriculum right here inside of the classroom of the membership. And then you can see all of these bonuses. These are things that don't get unlocked until they earn a certain number of points. So I'm actually going to go back up here and show you what it would look like to go in and create a course. So you can edit a course that you're already in, or if you go all the way down to the bottom, of course, on yours, it'll be the first thing there. So you can see how user-friendly this is. This is going to be course, who has access. So again, you can set these things in advance, or when you're just trying, you can go ahead and give all members access. You can upload a graphic. That's going to be this thing that you see right here. You can use a website like canva.com to create something for free that's on brand. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this as a draft while we add it and we test it. Once you get in here, again, everything that you're going to need is going to be under these 3 little things. So if I go back to edit, it's going to pop up where we just were. I can add a set or I can add a module. Adding a set is going to be like the main thing that we have. Then I can add a module, new module. I'm going to edit the module. I'm going to come in here. And then I'm going to go module test. You can add your video. You can do this through YouTube, Vimeo, Loom, or Wistia, which was really helpful for us because we use YouTube Unlisted to host most of our course material, which is totally free. You can add in any descriptions. You can add any links that you're going to want people to be able to get access to. So you can add resource links. So we have a lot of templates, things like that, checklists that are all built out through Google Workspace. So they're either, Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets. You can add files, you can add a transcript of the video above. And then once you have all your info in there, you're just going to hit save. So if you are moving from a course or if you have everything stored somewhere else, you can see how it's not difficult to bring this over here into the classroom and play around. Again, we thought it was going to take us months to bring over 6 years worth of business curriculum, and it took us a couple of days. We've continued to build out the bonus area. Again, by linking them here, you're able to go in, let's say, somebody's going to get access to this. The access starts at level. Again, so members of a certain level, that's referring to your leadership points, and then access starts at level. And so you can pick which one that matches. And then if you go back up here to leaderboards, which I showed you earlier, this is what people can unlock and all of the different membership gamification stats that they can reach through their engagement. Here's an example of the weekly digest that we send out. So again, this is really heavily templated, not difficult to set up at all, but it just lets people know what's coming up. We welcome all of our new members. We feature the win for the week. And you can see these are just screenshots with links driving them back over to school, as well as the Free Mama Spotlight. You don't have to do this. As mentioned, you can always just send a post by clicking this send email to all members when you actually send it out. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is how you're going to interact with the people in your membership, because what you don't want is for someone to join and then they have no idea what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't feel like they have a route. They're not sure how to access their information or community or products or whatever your membership is based on. And really, this comes back to communication and expectations. And I feel like the way that we have set up school and utilized this platform has been really brilliant. And some of the key features that they have in there has also allowed us to show our personality, which makes people feel more connected to us because it is virtual in these platforms, And so to create this experience that feels really personal without having some crazy customization on the back end is really special. So the first thing I want to point out is the calendar tab or events tab. They have done some updates inside of school about how this is being formatted, and shout out to the owner, Sam Ovens of school, because when changes are made and the community members who are active on this platform maybe aren't loving the changes or wish something could look different, he and his team are incredibly responsive about making sure that you have access to what you want. So like the calendar used to be just calendar form, like pulling up a month view on Google Calendar, for example, which is what we used to use, but we used to get a lot of complaints that people didn't have, they had to either opt into the calendar or opt out, and it was blocking certain times, but maybe they didn't want to come that day or whatever those things were. The way that the calendar events is set up is that you can add them individually. And we also link to those events in our weekly newsletter that we do send from a third party, making it really easy for people to always know when is there a networking call, when is there a coaching call coming up, when is there a training call. So people are always in the loop about ways that they can interact with me and my team, which again is one of the main focuses of the value of getting that support and accountability from the Free Mama membership. The next is emails in general. Now, I told you we do a weekly recap. We do this on our own through a third party, but we really build most of it out through screenshots. It's really easy. Part of it is communication about what's going on. Part of it is celebration, important, general discussion points that members have brought up that we want to highlight. The Free Mama wins that they're sharing with us, again, highlighting and celebrating them, their progress, their growth. This helps with retention, showcasing the leaderboard, who's been engaging this week. Of course, you want to see your name show up in that email. So we have used screenshots to make a really, really easy to produce, less than 5 minutes, weekly recap. But you can also send emails if you are an admin from directly within the platform. So let's say I have a call coming up in 2 hours and it was really last minute, so I'm not sure everybody saw it, or we have a guest speaker coming in and we want to make sure attendance is really high. I can go make a post about it in school, and right then and there I can say like broadcast this particular message to all members. Now you can do this all the time as the host of the membership, or you can do this sparingly. It's something we don't use all the time. We want to make sure if we're doing it, it's really getting out to everybody. And again, everybody can set their own notification settings inside Skool as members. So they can get notified every time someone comments on their stuff or tags them, or they can get like a weekly recap. So they're going to see some of this stuff anyway, but you can really tailor it towards what you want your members to experience. It's also super easy to add videos inside of Skool. So we do Zoom calls about once or twice a week inside of our community, and it's really easy to then upload those replays and share them with our audience. And one of the things that I love most about Skool, that I wish that Facebook had something like this, but it's part of the reason we went to Skool, is you can set different categories for the engagement types. So if someone has like a question on the program, they have to pick a category when they make a post. So my team and I can go back and we can search by wins, recordings from calls. The search bar at the top is also really, really handy because you can both search the community feed for all of the different things people in your membership are posting, but you can also go over to the classroom and do a search, and your members can find the content that they want to engage with or get the answers to their questions. Lastly, you can add things like GIFs to put personality, make things more fun. You can either watch comments or turn it off if you want to minimize your notifications, but you can also send DMs. So people can reach out to me privately. We tell them philosophically that the membership is a community. So most people aren't going to abuse that. They're going to go to the community thread because they're going to want the engagement points and they're going to want group feedback. But there's also a level of being able to be vulnerable and having that anonymous communication by reaching out to me privately as the leader of the group. And people can also then have those discussions with each other. Again, there's security and notification settings that you can tweak all of these things. But so far, we've been super impressed with the way that Skool is helping me as a business owner solve these strategic problems about growth and retention inside of a membership. And I just can't recommend it enough. So now you know how I started a membership site using Skool, and how you can too. You can find links to both the Free Mama membership if you are interested in snooping and starting, growing, and scaling a virtual business, or you just want to check out behind the scenes and how we have the platform set up. You can also find my affiliate link to Skool, which will give you access to a free trial so that you can go in, roll up your sleeves, and get your hands dirty. If you found this video helpful, let me know. If you're considering starting a membership site, let me know what it's about. Who knows? Maybe I want to sign up for it, or maybe I can help answer some of your questions down in the comments below. Don't forget to get your free trial of Skool so you can go in and play around the behind the scenes. And as always, I hope you subscribe to Free Mama TV. Let me know what you want more of, less of. I'm here to serve, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Talk soon. Oh my gosh, this whole thing is vibrating, I think. I'm doing laundry and it's like attached. I'm pretty sure I'm rippling. I can't tell if it's my feet or the computer. 5 minutes left. God bless America. I'm wondering if there's something I can put on here. We'll just go with it. Nope, I'm definitely vibrating. Just can't make this stuff up in an RV.